All right, let's start diving into this thing. Tonight's choice is the silver bullet. We're going to be on that one. Not gonna lie, guys, one of the trades that I posted up, the scalp trade, I'm gonna blame this on weekend price action. We got stopped out of it. Complete shame. Complete shame. SXP. What a shame. Anyways, looking at Bitcoin right now, on the 4 hour, we are coming down from being overbought. We are now resetting. We are still a bit overextended. We do have bearish divergence, so this is something we do have to pay attention to. But on a lower time frame, Bitcoin does not look bad. Not at all, actually. Looks really good on the 1 hour, even though you do have, what is this? 1, 2, 3, triple bearish divergence. You reset, you popped up, even more bearish divergence, but you had a downtrend you broke out of. You're formally backtesting. There is a possibility there's a scalp trade here, which is absolutely obnoxious. But that would probably just catch a lot of shorts off guard. But yeah, you're set up kind of nicely. You almost made that 50% retrace. We could find ourselves going up to $98,305 for a weekly candle close. This is a possibility that's out there. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's just a possibility. Another thing to focus in on is we technically just got our first lower high, so we could start the downtrend. So bullish case scenario, 98,305, where we would see Bitcoin rally 4.3%. Bearish case scenario, as of this second in time, and it could get worse because we did have a pretty good rally and a pullback is normal. But your bearish case scenario, in which I kind of don't think it's going to happen right now, but as of this second, it is a 1.67, or even we get a 50% retrace. But 50% retrace, so 1.67 to a possible 4.68% downside. So yeah, there's that. Thank Porky for today's Master Bitcoin TA video, especially the EMA RSI indicators. Very useful. Love Guru. I am glad you got some use out of it. I use the SMAs, not the EMAs. Exponential moving averages, I like them a lot on low time frames. I don't like them on high time frames. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I like them a lot better on high time frames, but the exponentials, they work really good on like the 15-minute, the 1 hour. Yeah, because you can see exactly what it bounces off of in a bullish trend. It's kind of wild, but I just don't use them. So there you go for Bitcoin. We could see a nice little pullback anywhere between 89,851 or 88,457. These could be likely scenarios if we are going to pull back. And at that point, I would definitely be looking to take a new long, because I think that coincides with your current uptrend right now. It kind of does. If you went straight down, that 50% retrace lines up with this uptrend. Could turn into some extra spicy movement to the upside. Could be nice. Alrighty. So that's Bitcoin. We have a list today, and we already have a couple requests thanks to Discord. If you guys aren't a part of the Discord, it's absolutely free. You can request charts and stuff. I just had the kids all day, so I was like in and out away from the computer. I was doing my best. But yeah, so we're going to check out Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and then we're going to check out some things that we might want to pay attention to next week, or even tonight. So it's going to be AIXI Infinity, Sand, GALA, YGG, Ali Gold, Alice, API 3, AVAX, and then we already have some requests. First request is PHB, second and third are SUI and AIT. So we're going to be checking those out. What's up, Jake of all trades? How you doing? How you doing? All right, so let's just start flying through. Let's check out Ethereum right now. Ethereum looks pretty decent. We do have that bearish divergence. We're trying to get up to 1942. It's just taking its sweet time. I'm sure once futures open up tomorrow, we will have a much clearer view of what Ethereum is going to do. But the bearish divergence is here, and we could see another little leg up anywhere between that 1942 or even getting up to 2013. It's still in play. We have not put in a lower low. Therefore, we're still bullish. We could pull back all the way down to this supply line or demand line. So we're going to just have to wait and see how bullish they want to get to close the week. All right, moving on from that, we have XRP. So XRP right now is falling from its uptrend. Oh no. Oh no, the prophecy could continue. You're still putting in higher lows, so it's nothing really to be worried about. Since you did break out, you can actually redraw this uptrend to this right here, and you're doing absolutely fine. Someone's going to argue it is a perfect time to take a long. You're still aiming at that $2.45. One day it could get there. Hey, Porky, Trump and Filecoin, please. Twix, I got you. Trump and FIL. Gotcha covered. Twix, how you doing today? Hopefully you're having a great weekend. All right, checking out Solana. So checking out Solana. Ooh, looks like it wants to break down. Unfortunate if it does, because then we might come all the way back down to 135. That would be unfortunate. But if it doesn't come down, if we hold above this 50 simple moving average, we stay above this consolidation right back here at $143, we could see this thing rally up to 175. Maybe we make a pit stop at 166, but even on your golden retrace, you're still looking for 220. I'm not bearish, still looking all right, And once again, since you broke out, you did start a new uptrend right here. So this would be the uptrend that you're looking to find support off of. We could just go down, touch it, and then keep on going. Doing better when I'm in your stream, brother. Let's get this. Well, Twix, I appreciate the kind words. Oh man, I'll tell you, I'm just tired today. My kids took it out of me. They're trying to take me down early, I swear. They're trying. All right, next up we have AIXI Infinity. So AIXI Infinity, this thing I was looking at earlier today, I ended up posting the trade setup inside of the Discord. Let's go ahead and look at what I posted real quick. So coming over here, AIXI Infinity, you can see possible 177 to 230% upside based off what it just did. So you would have had that earlier today if you were a part of the Discord. Absolutely free. Oh well. So what are we seeing out of the 4 hour? Well, I'm paying attention to this stochastic right here. Yes, you have a little bit of bearish divergence, but you're still below the 200. This thing hasn't really started moving. Any type of pullback it does, if it decides it wants to pull all the way back to this uptrend right here, I'm probably going to dive headfirst into this thing, because that would coincide with that 50% retrace. That would look really good. On your next leg up, let's just say you do pull back down there, you could see yourself going up anywhere between 30 and 38% upside. So AIXI Infinity definitely on the radar. I think the gaming tokens are about to get some love, but I'm still looking for that higher low. What I'm noticing here is basically a double bottom with increasing strength. This looks really good, kind of like how Honey looked the other day. And anybody who decided to follow Honey, you know exactly what that thing did today. It went insane. So I'm happy with holding Honey. If you guys decide to grab it too, congratulations. We're in the green. But anyway, I couldn't figure out how to spot or leverage trade it. So I feel like Jin Woo when he couldn't get that ice elf to be his shadow. Like I feel the exact same. Turbo TA? Didn't we look at that literally yesterday? Yeah, we'll look at some turbo. Alrighty, so up next we have sand. So checking out sand here. So looks like we are moving on up, about to hit that 30. Oh no, we did hit it. Okay, so we hit the 30% move, so I can get rid of this because it doesn't matter. And then on top of that, we are above a level of resistance. This is great. The reason why I have so much looking at sand and all the others, looks like, let's look at SLP as well, Porky, since AIXI looks good. Sure. We can do that. Alright, so right now, looking at sand, we are in a distinct uptrend on the daily. You can see we did have bullish divergence, and we made our higher low holding support. Now we're starting to run. Trade Intuition, what is up? How you doing today? Welcome in. Welcome in. Got our higher low, so we do have a trend to the upside. So right now, we are just looking for that golden retrace, if I'm being honest, and it's probably going to end up at 81 cents eventually. We just don't know how long it's going to take. What up, everyone? Hope everyone is good. Doing well. The kids, they exhausted me today. So it could be 143% to 162% hitting overhead resistance. Got to give it a lot of time, though, but sand, it's looking pretty good to me. Looking pretty darn good. Your 4-hour time frame definitely needs to reset a little bit because we did get overbought. We put in bearish divergence, and now we're pulling back. So if we can get that 50% retrace at least, that would make me extremely happy. Looking at it like this, anywhere between 28 to 27.13 would bring me joy. LNE, what is up? How you doing? Mo Money, what is up? What is up? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. So, yeah, sand looking pretty good. Thank you, Porky, for that amazing question on the live stream earlier today. You killed it. Great question. Well, hey, anytime, man. Figured since you wanted to answer some questions, I'd give you the one that would make you take a while to explain. I mean, I tried explaining this to my mom, who doesn't trade, and that was like the first time I ever tried to explain to somebody who doesn't trade, and I was like, this is hard to explain. This is actually really hard to explain. So I had to run it by you and see how you would take the question. But man, I was explaining it to her for like 45 minutes, and I was like, it's not that hard. But you know what? It makes us better teachers. Alrighty. So, looking at sand, I like it. I like it a lot. I just want to see it retrace a little bit before it makes its next leg up. Noted, we get that 50% retrace or even deeper retrace, I would then be looking for 36, possible 42% upside. Would be nice. Would be nice. Get a little worried because it does look like it could be a double top right here. That could be a little worrisome, but since you did put in your bullish divergence and the higher low, you're kind of expecting eventually to break that recent high. So yeah, we're going to see what happens. Anyways, moving on from here, we have GALA. Checking out GALA. So GALA made its 28% move. Great, awesome, love it. We are still waiting for that golden retrace to happen, which is 242% upside. So we got some time in here, and we're probably going to see this thing chill out for a minute. But here is our current uptrend. If we can come down and touch this thing, give it a little kiss, then we would be ready for the next leg higher, which would be great. But till then, just got to focus in on this bearish divergence on the 4-hour. Thank you, boo.
You said that he had eaten a little bit ago.
Yeah. Could be hungry again. He's sporadic lately. But also, ever since he exited his bowels so much, he's like, "Give me the food!
Maybe.
I got room in here!" What's up, me, Damien? How you doing? How you doing? So, guys, we have two of the amazing other TA guys that go live. They put out their information. They let it be known. They go at completely different times. So, you guys should definitely check out their channels. I should definitely... Hold on. I gotta get better at these shoutouts. Hold on 1 second. You know, one of these days, I'm just gonna, like... I'm just gonna have it as a quick tap button. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I do have a stream deck. I just don't really use it. So everybody, this is Trade Intuition's channel. Go out there. Give him a follow. Check out his stream. It's always a good thing. It's always a good thing. Also, we have Meet Damien. He goes live as well. He also goes live on TikTok. So check out his TikToks. To be fair, I think he... Hey, bro, can we look at 1 inch and Chromia? What's Chromia's... What's their ticker? K say hey, what is their ticker? I lost my train of thought, but go check out Meet Damien also. He usually goes live just before me, so if you're strapped on time or you just don't want to make these late night hours, go put him to work. Get into that stream and ask him for some TA. He's really good. You just subbed to Trade Intuitions? Nice. Nice. Get after it. Get after it. Well, yeah, those are... There you go. But yeah, Kay say hey. What is Chromia's ticker? 1 inch... And once you give me that ticker, we will get there. No problem, guys. No problem. Alright, so if we do get this pullback on GALA, we could then be looking toward a 33% move to the upside. So, I'm looking forward to this thing pulling back. I'm looking at most things as buying opportunities right now. Because, you know, we sold off for a long time. I'm thinking we're going to have a pretty decent bullish time right before June. I think we're going to have a decent finish to the month, and I think May is going to be decent, but I do think June is going to not be fun because Wall Street likes to take vacations. I don't understand. I thought those guys are here to make money, but no, they're in the Hamptons or something. I don't know. Anyways, moving on from GALA here, we're going to be checking out YGG. I will say though, there's some altcoins that while Wall Street's trading them, man, it is terrible. But when they leave, oh, it's so great. So we looked at YGG the other day. I was mentioning 33% upside. Looks like we hit it. So great, awesome. Now, of course, we're going to be looking for that retrace and seeing what the next leg up has to offer. So we could be coming all the way back down to 1819, possibly. I would be welcoming that because then we're looking at our next leg up. Currently, still looking for this golden retrace, getting you back up to 58 cents. Plenty of trades to be had right here. This is going to be a very fun time getting these golden retraces out of these altcoins. Very fun time ahead. Alright, next up, we have Ali Gold. Now, this one I was looking at earlier today. I want to get into a trade with this one, I believe. We're going to see what happens because we just had this random pullback as soon as the new day started. So let's see what this is looking like. Ali Gold, we are very close to that uptrend. This is what I was looking at. This is why I was like, ooh, this looks good. Because we broke out of the big time downtrend. And now I'm just staring at that golden retrace, which is literally your next level. Ali Gold could shock the world. With its low stochastic, not overbought, no bearish divergence, this thing looks good. So I might actually jump into this trade tonight, but we are looking for Ali Gold to rally 98%. This looks very nice in my opinion. Let's check it out on the daily real fast. Can I look at link and batch? What's batch? Sure. I don't know what batch is. Oh, Bitcoin Cash. Got it. Sure. Link BCH. Got you covered. Did I ever get the ticker for Chromia? No, I didn't. Okay. I'm just going to write it down and hope for the best. Alrighty, so right now for Gold, this thing looks great. It looks like it's ready to go. A high stochastic on the daily kind of sucks, but we are in neutral territory on your relative strength. Your cheater indicator over here, Cipher B, is telling us to sell right now, so I might have to wait for this thing possibly to come back down to 79 cents. We're going to see. We're going to see. But Gold, yeah, this one's on my radar. I mean, you can see what happened last time. You popped up, you hit, you got a higher low, you just started taking off. And the time before that, you broke out, you back tested, and you started taking off. So I'm very interested to see how this thing's going to move this time. Moving on from Gold, we have Alice. CHR. Oh, that's what it is? All right, CHR. Thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't know. I had no idea. I was just like, I guess we're going to wing it. All right, Alice, last bull run. This one was actually a really good one to trade for some reason. My neighbor, Alice. I know it's a gaming token. I just don't really understand what it did. If it was like a functioning game or if it was like RuneScape or something. I have no idea. But, what the heck are we doing with this downtrend? What in the world? I don't even know what to make of this downtrend. We have like 3 downtrends here. What the heck? So you had a downtrend here. You broke out of it. It went nowhere. You have a downtrend here. But then you have this weird little like separate downtrend here. Okay, this thing looks strange, but it looks like we're about to break out of one of those downtrends. This thing looks really strange to me. Let's see if ooh, this might look a little bit better. Might look a little bit better. There we go. So we're just looking for a retrace. Okay, not bad. Not bad. It's not going to break out or anything, but it could get some movement. Reason why this caught my attention is because we're in the depths of Hades and we're putting in a higher low. That is my only reason for looking at this. If it didn't put in a higher low, I wouldn't even care. But it did. So, and we had some bullish divergence that got canceled out. That's not a good look. You don't really want to do that. Oh well, we're still going to stare at the chart and hope for the 618 retracement. We're still going to hope for it. I might not trade this though. 618 would bring you, I'm guessing a 5-0. Bearish 5-0 would bring you straight up to that supply line. That would be interesting. So there's a possibility of 136% upside. I don't really trust this one, honestly. I don't trust it. That's too bad. You're resetting really nicely. You are above the 200. This thing could rally. Just once again, I don't really trust it right now. That's a shame. We'll see what it does. Anyways, next up, API 3. So API 3, you're getting the higher low. This is what caught my attention the most. Higher low, uptrending, looking good. CHR, got it. Got it. He responded. But the nice thing here, we got this peak up here, which canceled out this high right here. So we got a higher high, and now we're maintaining an uptrend. This has my... I'm in the past, sorry. It's all good. It's all good. So this has my full attention. I'm thinking you're going to get another leg up. I don't know how long it'll take you, but I think you're going to get another leg up, which will be absolutely insane. And it could lead you all the way up to $2.13. Maybe we get stopped at 178. But either way, I think this next move up for API 3 could be substantial. Maybe 121% upside. I'm going to leave this up here so everyone can bask in its glory when it makes its move. Or I can just look like a total idiot and I was completely wrong. I think it's going to be the lesser, not the latter. I think I'm going to be all right because we did have this nice little falling wedge pattern. We broke out of it. These higher lows, this is what has me very convinced that we're going to see higher prices. So This is what I see out of API 3. If it does continue, maybe you get up to that 1618 at 166, but you would be bumping straight into this downtrending level of resistance. I don't think you're breaking out first try. I really don't think you're breaking out first try. So we'll just have to reconvene and see what happens from there. But to me, it looks good. And noted, we are broken out of this downtrend and bullishly backtested with a higher low. So we could actually shoot straight up to 323. It's a possibility. We're just grasping at straws until the market gets bullish again. All right, AVAX is next. I think I was looking at AVAX earlier, looking for a little bit of a pullback. Definitely looking for a little bit of a pullback, but we are on this uptrend trajectory. As you get to 81% upside, maybe we get to that 786, which is 112% upside. Like AVAX is living rent-free in my brain. It's completely rent-free. It's just taking up my thoughts on long, lonely nights. But yeah, this thing looks really good in my opinion. I do love how we had a low, lower low, bullish divergence, double bottom, and strength increasing. This makes me excited when I see this setup right here, because it's like, oh cool, if I have a stop loss below 1533, I should be good. I'm going to say should, because nothing's certain. Nothing is certain at all. Anyways, that's what I got for you today. Hopefully you got a little value out of the ones I brought you. Let's get into your guys' requests. We're going to start out with PHB. PHB Phoenix. I believe this is an AI play. So let's see what it looks like. Nice. Nice. The only really sucky part, you got overbought already. That's not good. That's really not good. The last time you were overbought to this extent back here, that's not great. That's really not great. This is a sign that you could see more downside. That's really unfortunate. The only saving grace you have is it wicked up slightly higher than this high. That's your only saving grace. So you could get a higher low, and right now, your higher low situation, you're going to be looking at this as your uptrend. Let's see if it holds. If it holds, then hey, this is great. This is awesome. You're going to love it. If it doesn't, you're going to hate everything about this thing, because you are set up very nicely for more downside. If it doesn't, I would be using this level as your high. Could find yourself at 17 cents. Ugh, gross. Let's just hope that doesn't happen. Let's focus on the upside. So upside target, you're looking for that 618 retracement, which you would take this high right here, and you'd be looking for $1.72 if it stays bullish. $1.72 if it stays bullish. Great accumulation range. It's just, man, getting overbought that quickly, it's kind of a shame. Let's fucking go higher low. Yeah, you definitely need a higher low. That's really what you need. You need that higher low. There's a few things that are going for our PHB right now, and that's the fact that you had this downtrend that you broke out of, and we'll call this a back test. We'll just say the sellers got exhausted, and now you're starting to put in higher lows. It's just, you got overbought way too fast. Way too fast. So, consolidation ahead. Alright, moving on from PHB. Trump. Looking at the Trump coin. Looks like it's going up. Which, golly, why? I don't understand. Your target's $28. It's just, come on, brother. Who's buying this? I don't know why anybody would buy this coin, honestly. Really don't know why. I disagree with its entire existence, and the fact that it still has token unlocks, I completely disagree with. You're going to have token unlocks the entire time that Trump is in office? That is some BS. You're currently hitting a weekly level that is acting as resistance. If you break through it, $28 is your target. But you could find a lot of resistance right now, mainly from the insiders who bought this thing early. Stop buying it. I mean, yeah, honestly, I have no idea why people would buy this thing. I really don't know. You broke your downtrend, great. As for a retracement, I believe you already hit the 618. I think you already hit it. No, you hit that bearish 5-0. Let's hope it stays bearish. I'm ready for more downside. That actually, this relative strength looks like absolute dog poo-poo. So you could actually consider a lot more downside. Bullish case, you'll go to $28, but I don't really care about that. What I'm focused on is $2.53. That looks pretty decent. I like that. I like that. Yeah, 83% downside looks about right. That would be good. I'm new to this. What app are you even using? Oh, this is TradingView. So on TradingView, you get not only crypto charts on different exchanges, you also get all the stocks. It is a great place to be. But welcome in. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Hopefully, I can drop a little bit of value for you in your time here. Currently on the daily, you are overbought. This is actually a great spot for the price to turn around. In all seriousness, even if it's bullish, you have bearish divergence on the 4 hour. So meaning you did get a mildly higher high with lower relative strength. Pullback should be coming. I'm saying should, I'm not saying it will. But anyways, from the low to the high, on a retrace from here, you could find yourself back to $10.91 if you're only getting that golden retrace 619. You could see yourself dropping 29%. No problem. Also, if you could do me a huge favor, how am I supposed to say your name? GXDDs. Yeah, how am I supposed to say your name? That would help me out greatly. Anyways, this is what I'd be looking for Trump coin. I actually would consider shorting this right this very second. Hold on. 1 hour. Yeah, I would consider shorting this right now. That's crazy. That's... Gods? Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right. Gods. Okay. All right. So yeah, I would definitely... That's major bearish divergence. That is obnoxious. Let's check out your 15. Is it giving... Oh, 15's telling us it's time, baby. Oh, man. Where's our lower low? Was hoping for the lower low. Instead, I'm starting to see hidden bullish divergence. Oh, God. Why? Why? Hidden bullish divergence? Are we serious? You reset your 15 all the way with a higher low? That's obnoxious. Okay, whoever's buying this thing, stop it. Just cut it out. You're not him. You're not him, okay? Chill, brother. There's your current downtrend. If you break out from it, yeah, you could find yourself pretty high up there, $28. That's insane. Still would be looking to short it. Come Monday morning, I would probably be looking to short this thing. Yep. Anyways, moving on from Trump, FIL. Also, if it seems like I'm just shitting on your coin, I'm sorry. It's not on purpose. It's just 80% of the tokens are going to be unlocked within the next 3.5 years. Why? Why buy it? Alright, checking out FIL. Looks like we almost got our 23% move to the upside. Came close. We did hit our 1618, which is great. We started pulling back, but it does look like hidden bullish divergence is happening here as well. Interesting. You have an uptrend that is below you. I would wait for the price to get closer to that uptrend. I would wait. I would chill out, relax, wait and see what this thing does. Get out of here. Alright, Anyways. TA on AIT, please. Don't worry me, Damien. I already wrote it down. Already got it. And announced it. So here's the start of the rally. We're coming down. 50% retrace almost achieved for FIL. That is wild. So I would be looking for a bounce somewhere around this $2.63. If we get that, $3.30 could be coming next. This looks pretty darn decent. If it happens, we look for another 25% upside. Anything close to this green line would get me all excited. Cautious me on no problem, me Damien, no problem. So yeah, I do like this, but for the longer term, FIL, we're still looking at 118% upside, getting you back up to $5.99. That's for the longer term. You scalp traders out there trying for that best entry ever, be patient. Be patient. The best entry might come in the middle of the night while you're sleeping. Be patient. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. You're just going to miss it. It's fine. It's fine. All right, next up, SLP. Is that smooth? Yeah, smooth love potion. How pretty is that? Wow. How is the Titanic this time of year? Just curious. Because that's where you're hanging out. Jeez. All-time lows. Finding bids, thankfully. My goodness. You're in the Marianas Trench down here. That is wild. But you did break out of a downtrend. That's great. Whoa, brother. You have broken out of one of your weekly downtrends. You have now... What is this? Oh, that's great. All right. No, I got a disappointing thing to say here. That's too bad. Okay, so you put in a lower high. That's really unfortunate. That's a ray. That shouldn't have done that. Anyways, so the problem with SLP is this right here. This is going to consolidate forever. This is going to just be terrible to be in. So all you're really looking for is a golden retrace. No bullish divergence. I guess last time you were at this level, you had way less strength than you do now. So I guess there's a couple more people trading this than back then. That's nice. But yeah, the problem I have is this lower high. So you could be consolidating in this thing all the way until August of next year. That's unfortunate. But in the short term, you could be accumulating all the way until then. Right here? Really? Okay, that's weird. Anyways, we're looking for a golden retrace off this. That's unfortunate. For the swing trader out there, you got oversold. No bullish divergence, but you do have a higher low, so you could be trending up now, and you're going to be looking for resistance at 3302. So right now, for Smooth Love Potion, anybody who's buying in, great place to take some profits. We'll be right there at that 3302, 86.95% upside. From there, you can reassess. Are you going to break through? Are you going to come down, touch some support? Are you going to make a higher low? What are you going to do? Who knows? But all I do realize is it's going to be really hard to break this downtrend, and it could bring you all the way out over here before you can even talk about new all-time highs coming. So, Smooth Love Potion, you got some work to do. Maybe you should hit the gym. Never skip leg day again. Looks like it skipped some leg days. It's not ready to run. Anyways, let's check out Link. Link. So it made its 23% move to the upside. I'm going to say it did it silently because, wow, I didn't even know it moved. That's wild. A whole 23%. How many days did this take? We looked at it back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. 8 whole days. Oh, man. The biggest leg up was this one right here, a 7% day. Right after it had a 6% day. See there? These things are sneaky. They're sneaky. But now, looks like we might consolidate just a little bit, but we're not overbought. That stochastic looks gross. This is our uptrend right now. So we could bounce around in here for a while before trying to go up. Problem I do see here is this lower high. That's a problem. Can I also look at what? BHVN? Sure. Is this a stock or a crypto? So the problem I see right here is this lower high. That's unfortunate. Yes, it's good you broke this high. Nice. Awesome. Maintain your higher lows. You got to get above here. You got to get above. But also, you're just hanging out in this downtrend. One day in the distant future, you might break out of it. I'm looking for May 30th. Oh, no. May 30th. You could break out. It's possible. I wouldn't hold my breath for that day, though. Oh, you did have bullish divergence. That's great. That's awesome. Now you're just looking for that higher low. Sweet. So you'd be going from low to high. Great place for it to retrace. You might find yourself back down to 1279 or even 1217. Then you could rally off that. Cool. Alrighty. Alright. Noted, Bitcoin could run up to 104,000 tomorrow, and this thing could just break all resistances and go straight to 1858. Keep that in mind. Alright, there's always a bullish case. It's just less likely when you're hitting overhead resistance. Like, you don't want to go long at resistance. It's not a good business move. All right, looking at Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is doing just fine. You're starting to reset your stochastic already. Bitcoin Cash seems like it's very viable for more upside. You're about to touch that uptrend. This is nice. This is really nice. Target right now is still $430, but if you can break that, you're looking at $490. Bitcoin Cash does not look bad at all. You are getting a sell signal off of our cheater indicator, the Cipher B, but on our 4-hour time frame, you are going to get a buy signal probably by tomorrow. You even had the bearish divergence here too. Sheesh. But you reset the stochastic. Conflicting indicators, but I would think you're gonna finish off the week bullish. That's my thought. Probably gonna jump up to 430 soon. I'm gonna say soon. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be the end of next week. I'm not sure. Or the end of the month, which is going to be a Wednesday. So I'm not sure. But we'll see. BHVM. This is a stock. Thanks for telling me, James. All right. Joda Gomez, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you coming in, subscribing. We will more than likely be live for the next 10 minutes. So as long as you have a request, hang out for the next 10 minutes. I got you, brother. Have I seen Trading Light? What is that? No, I haven't. I have no idea what that is. This looks disgusting. Biohaven is dying. I don't know what happened here. Sorry, I was trying to get into a trade. Oh, okay. Finally got a bag in crypto. Happy with my bags. Now I'm going to learn how to leverage trade. Nice, Gold Mike. Nice. Can we look at Ski? That's what I need to write down. Ski. Gotcha. Ski. All right, let's check out the weekly here. I like stocks because they're a lot easier to read, especially because, wow, you got oversold. You have hidden bullish divergence. That's crazy. It's a book map for only crypto. Oh, yeah, I've never seen that. Wow. Wow. Well, you have hidden bullish divergence. That's great. TA track. Wait, what money is it? Is it just called track? Okay, I'm just gonna write track down and hopefully I find it. SMMT. We're gonna get through some of the other requests real quick, James, because you have been the last 4. Yo, what's up, Nigel? How you doing? All right, here's our current downtrend, but it does look like we got oversold on the weekly, and we're getting a buy signal on Cipher B. So that's kind of cool. checking out our levels here, just getting an idea of what this thing is all about. I guess bring it up right there. There. And here. This thing has so many levels. That's kind of weird. Any news caused a downturn or just usual price action? Yeah, just whales selling off on the weekend. That's all it takes. It's annoying, but this is why we have to be cautious on these weekend trades. The weekend price movement, there's a lot less volume, so it's easier for the whales to move the price. RSR and CAUS, please. All right, Twix. RSR and CAUS. Okay. So right now you got oversold. It looks like you're trying to hold this level at 1696 as strong support. That's kind of nice. So right now, if you do catch bids, noted, this is a very risky play that you'd have to wait until Monday to see if it plays out. But you could fast track your way straight up to overhead resistance. 65% upside would be the target. And that would be your golden retrace up to $33.58. Here's your current uptrend, though, if you manage to hold it. Looking at your 4-hour time frame, just for shiz and gigs. Can we check out Render? I'm back in another long. All right, we'll check it out. Render. Yeah, so actually 4-hour looks pretty decent as well. Trying to get that higher low. Not bad, not bad. As long as the market doesn't sell off on Monday, then this thing should see a very nice week ahead. A very nice week ahead. I would be looking for a nice 68% move. Noted that could take all the way out. Oh, man. Oh, boy. That would break you out, though. Ugh, gross. But yeah, that could take all the way until September to do it. This is why I don't like stocks. Stocks take forever. Alright. Anyways, that's what I'm seeing out of this thing. RSR. RSR. Nice movements. Love to see it. Bearish divergence achieved. Hopefully that's not a lower high. Let's check your 15-minute. That's a lower high. Damn. Yep, that is a lower high. Noted, you're still making higher lows. There is a possibility you continue running to the upside. So I would still be focused on this move right here that has not finished. So I'd still be focused on this. So you could still see a rally going up another 13%. That's your bullish case right this moment, but you also have a bearish case. Bearish case right now is to come down and touch some support. So I would just be cautious. Be a little cautious. 8.74% downside. Touching support doesn't seem like a bad idea. But you already reset your 15. Let's check your 1 hour. 1 hour is trying to reset. 1 hour trying to reset. That's a problem. Stochastic wants to go up. The bearish div is there. It's just kind of like, how much bearish div are we going to put in? We're not sure. People are already selling off into this thing. And that's why we're seeing these sudden pullbacks. Because, like, you know, people get antsy. They're like, oh, somebody sold, so they sell. And then longs got liquidated, so more selling. Then all of a sudden, we're touching support. Okay, now's a great time to go long. And then buy back in. So yeah, there's a... I don't know, man. This one's kind of tough. I would just go with the retracement. That lower high just has me not feeling good about it. Not for overnight. Monday might tell a completely different story. Heck, weekly candle close could tell a completely different story. The buyers can come in as soon as futures open up, and they just start pumping the market. And that's when you're going to be like, cool, 13% played out. But if they decide, no, we need to take some profits because we realize China's closing down a bunch of their factories, and now we have Korea talking about, oh, we were in a recession before all this started happening. And, you know, there's a lot of factors out there that could cause the market to fall down further. So, be cautious. Just be cautious. Like, the bad news never went away. It's just the market's pumped off not getting more bad news. So, until something's fixed, it's kind of tough out here. Kind of tough. Anytime you lose momentum, you're like, oh, is this the pullback? Oh, no. You know? All right, costs. Costs. I would be looking for shorts. You are at resistance. Bearish divergence is apparent. Lower high is right there. This one's a little more cut and dry. You're still looking for a longer term, big time uptrend, but in the shorter term, looking at the 4 hour, you're getting a little overextended from your 50 simple. You bullishly backtested your 200 once. You could do it again. You could also get a 50% retrace, and it's no big deal. Here you go, coming down. Somewhere around this 3328 level would make all the sense in the world. When you start seeing the bearish divergence on the 4 hour, that's when you have to start like really considering, oh, is this time for a pullback, or are we just going to blast through? And this is your current uptrend, so you could come all the way down to it before seeing more upside. Just because you're uptrending now does not mean there's no possible way you could pull back. Longer term, you're looking for 0.1195. Can I take a look at CASPA 1 hour time frame? Alert just went off. If you have time, thank you. Trade Intuition, I got you. I got you. Course. Let's check out that SMMT thing real quick. DT. Jesus. Sometimes my fingers don't work. You're asking for a damn stock. Okay, it's a stock. Ouch. That's a pullback right there. 36% drop. James, what are you trying to do with this thing? Honestly. Like, it already dropped 36%. What? This looks like it's based off bad news. And you managed to put in bearish divergence? I honestly have no idea what to do with this. The only thing I can think of is using a trending fib tool and hoping for the best. You're hitting the 1618. You're hitting the profit taking level. What do I think about the long signal on Bitcoin on the 1 hour view? Definitely can play out. It definitely can play out. So at the beginning of stream, I was mentioning we could pull back, but we also could pump to the upside. Thanks for welcoming. Hey, no problem, man. No problem. If there's one thing I'm definitely good at, it's reading my chat. There's like, I came from gaming, and then I started doing live streaming with crypto, and I was like, man, a lot of people don't read their chat. That's kind of wild. But no, I'm really good at reading my chat. Check your weekly. Yeah, your weekly looks terrible too. Yeah, James, I honestly have no idea what to tell you on this one. You're waiting to see what happens on Monday. You could just continue selling off and break your lows here, getting you down to 1249. You could catch a really strong bounce, get a 50% retrace, lower high. I don't have a clue what this thing's going to do. It looks like it already did its thing. Unless I knew anything about this particular company, I could give a little further insight, but it looks like the chart looks like they had really bad news or bad earnings. And if that's the case, if it's just bad earnings, I think they priced in the problem. So then you'll see a little retrace. You're the fastest chat reader. I'm getting faster due to me watching you a lot. Nice. I do appreciate the kind words, though. Yeah, all I really do is my chat is on this screen and it's directly in front of me. And then every time I'm looking over at the chart, it's like I'm drawn to look at my chat again because it's directly in front of me. But yeah, that's just how I do it. All right, next up, yeah, SMMT. I really have nothing to say about it. I don't know if it's going up or down. Not a clue. SUI. USDT. All right, SUI broken out. But man, you are overbought on the daily. You have massive hidden bearish divergence. So let's not ignore that. You had bearish divergence. This could be your bearish 5-0. Let's really focus up. That is a straight line up because they have news that they're partnered up with Pokemon. That's really all it is. There's news. They could be partnered with Pokemon. That is a bearish 5-0 as of right this moment while you're overbought. The positive you can see here, though, is you cleared this high. So you did clear a few highs. You're now just looking for a bullish retrace where you could get a higher low. Then you could be like, hey, we're in a new uptrend. The problem is you also left your uptrend in the dust. You could literally fall all the way down to $2.34 and still be bullish. So SUI it's in hot water right now. Looking at the 4-hour, massive bearish divergence. You're honestly just waiting for a lower high at this point. But SUI does defy all odds all the time, and that's why I rarely ever trade it. Like, I don't know what's up with it. I don't know if they're just eating steroids for breakfast every day, but if you're looking at, let's just say right now, I'm guessing the 15-minute has some weird bullish divergence. I'm just guessing. So we have a low, lower low. There it is. That weird ass bullish divergence. So if we zoom in here, you have a low right here. You have a lower low. This is where your RSI basically tanked and it hit the bottom. Got oversold. You got a lower low, hit support, and now you're starting to see the uptrend in strength. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Then you got a higher low, which is even worse. So now you're like, oh, cool. SUI on a scalp trade. Let's do this. You could be seeing it go up to $3.67. And then once it goes there, you're like, well, that's only leg 2. There's still a third leg. Okay, sure. SUI's weird. SUI's weird, brother. But then you got this where it's like, we're probably going to go up and hit 377 again. SUI's strange. SUI's strange. So he has so much potential. Best crypto in the game, hands down. It does have potential. Best in the game, Bitcoin is hard to beat. Bitcoin's very hard to beat. But then you could also look at it like this, where you made a 50% retrace, and now you're putting in a new uptrend. You broke your downtrend. And by new uptrend, I mean like this right here. You're already respecting it. So SUI, let's just say it keeps eating the steroids and taking the radiation, becoming the Hulk. Maybe it goes up 21%. Just maybe. I wouldn't trust this move, but then again, once again, I don't trade SUI because SUI defies all odds all the time. And I'm like, nope, I need a little more stability in my life. I need something a little less Kyle-like. I need it more Chad-like. Chad is predictable. He's going to save the day. Whereas Kyle, if he accidentally got a Red Bull instead of a Monster, he might not have that crazy strength to go fight the drug dealer. I don't know. So, you know what? Yeah, we're going to go with Kyle mode, and he found his Monster. He's ready to take his dirt bike into the urban dunes and do some backflips or something. Travis Pastrana style. I don't know. I would guess a 21% move to the upside. I would like a 50% retrace coming back down to these levels around 285. You know, there you go. SUI is a baby crypto, but it eats steroids for breakfast. I mean, seriously, it's a very strange moving coin. It's very strange. It does remind me a lot of Solana from last bull run, because Solana did the same thing. I was like, what is this thing doing? Just perpetually going up? What the heck? And then when I found out it was being manipulated by Sam Bankman-Fried and friends, I was like, oh, this makes sense. I mean, I already know SUI is backed by Binance, so I was like, oh, maybe they're just doing their Binance thing and pumping it. Who knows? But yeah, you could see a 21% rise to the upside. To the downside, I would really be looking for it to come back down to this level down here. A 27 or a 20% drop would be fine. So right now, in my eyes, this is a flip of a coin. I wouldn't trade it. It's great that you did touch some support, got a higher low. However, I feel like it's too risky. Already overbought on the daily. I feel like it's too risky. Too risky for my blood. All right, moving on from SUI. We got AIT. AIT protocol. AIT doing a really good thing, holding support. That's good. Let's go out to our daily here. I've been here before. I don't even remember typing this thing in. Beautiful higher low, though. Dang, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful higher low. I like this. I like the look of this. This looks great. You got that 618 retracement. Yeah, this looks really good. I like this. So we will follow in footsteps of Solana. It's one cycle behind. Yeah. No, I really like this one. This looks really good. AIT, next leg up. I'd be looking for 35% upside. This looks really good. On the daily, low stochastic, sitting in neutral territory, right at a level of support/resistance that you've been here already for a while. You got overbought, put in your bearish divergence, you reset. That's the important part. You reset. You put in another downtrend that you're breaking out of currently. This looks really good. I do like AIT a lot. AIT is probably one of the more bullish ones of the night. This one looks good. I don't like the 1 hour, but I really like the daily and the 4 hour. I request AIT before. That's why you got previous chart on it. Oh, that's why. Okay. Yeah, I was like, I don't look at this stuff. What is this? Altcoin Academy. How's it going? It's going pretty good. How are you doing today? How are you doing? I got stopped out of a trade on the new day. A little irritating, but, you know, we're up on the week, so I don't really care. I already got my barbecue money, my beer money. We're doing good. All right, let's check out Turbo next. Turbo. By the way, Joda, I'm just realizing, I hope that I answered your question relatively okay without looking at the Bitcoin chart. If you ever need me to elaborate some more, feel free to be like, hey, bro, I don't know what you mean. And tell me to elaborate, because I don't know what your background is with trading or anything. So sometimes I just kind of expect, because of the channel, unless you tell me you're new to this, I'm going to think you know how to trade, so I'll usually abbreviate things, because there's a certain way of speaking that if you know what you're doing, it's fine. But if you don't, just let me know. Well, Turbo got the breakout of the bull pennant. We're still looking for 72% upside. We looked at this yesterday. You reset your 1 hour stochastic already, and it looks like it's ready to start moseying up again. So I did mention this on Friday. I was like, hey, Turbo likes to move on the weekends. It really likes to move on the weekends, so be prepared. And, well, it broke out. So there you go. This meme is running. You do have bearish divergence. Keep that in mind. Bearish divergence is here. You might get triple bearish divergence. You might pull back. It's a meme coin. Just be careful. Just understand the next leg up, you're still looking for that 007699. Still looking for that, but you could come down, get a bullish back test, reset a little bit before running up. Get a little closer to your moving averages would be nice. But once again, meme coin physics, it's like they don't know what gravity is. So and then, of course, I know there's somebody, but it's a bull pennant. It should go higher, like a bull flag, which we'd be looking at the exact same price. So chill out, brother. Anyways, yo, what's up, Charles? How you doing? 1 inch. You know, there's only one thing holding back 1 inch, and it's not its stature. It's the fact that it's a DEX on Ethereum. So the downside targets did not pan out. I need to clean up this chart. I'm sure you guys are like, what's that red box there? Well, there was a day in time where I liked trading in these wonderful little levels. I loved it. And I was like, oh, great. We fall below this level. We're effed. We could bearishly backtest it and then roll over. We could break above it, hold it, and then just go straight to the next level. And that's kind of what we're looking at right now for 1inch. We're just looking for that golden retrace. Golden retrace is to get back above this beautiful red bar up here, but getting back to 44 cents. This is in the long term. Your weekly time frame, we do have bullish divergence. Wow, we have bullish divergence. Wow, bullish divergence on the weekly, very hard to find. Very, very hard to find. You also had this beautiful falling wedge pattern that got absolutely disrespected, not once, but twice. The measured move was supposed to take you up to $1.02. Didn't happen. So this is also why I stopped trading patterns and started trading Fibonacci. Because Fibonacci, for some reason, the bots like the math, but they don't like the pattern. So I started trading fibs. Anyways, right now you do have an uptrend that we are focused in on, and it would be nice if it got a little closer to it. This is your current uptrend that you want to hold. With that being said, you did clear this recent high, so you can argue the new uptrend has begun. It's begun. However, the problem you're running into is, oh, no bearish divergence at all. You could just do a nice little retrace and keep on running. That's kind of sexy. Kind of sexy. Could be coming down to 1840 as a 50% retrace, and then get a nice run up to 2344, getting you into that red box. Would be pretty darn nice if you got the 50% retrace, because that would be 27% upside. SPX 600 AIXI bit. Oh, we're getting the request rolling in. What's up, Peter? How you doing? CTX XCN. All right, I need to write these down. Write them down. SPX 6900 AIXBT. Then we have CTX XCN. Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate you, Peter. Appreciate you. Anyways, yeah, 27% upside could be coming. I would just be looking for that 50% retrace. Maybe it gets a little deeper. This is what I'd be looking for. I love the fibs. Bullish patterns work well in bullish market. Some bearish patterns work better in bearish markets. Some with divergence. I don't trade patterns level by level. Yeah, I understand the level by level a lot. The only problem I ever had was like, it's trading the levels turns into you end up in a trade longer than expected sometimes. And so I just started trading the fibs. I was like, you know what, the fibs, simple. TA on OGN. Alrighty, we will do it. More money, we'll do it. But yeah, if I'm swing trading, oh man, I'll tell you what, those levels, fantastic for profit taking levels. Oh my god. So I definitely do love those levels for that. I love them. Noted. Spot trading, I do the same thing. We're hitting a level, I'm taking profit. Like, fibs are amazing. No, I do love the fibs. I love the fibs. Maybe if the bots could stop using the fibs so much, I would take time to learn harmonics. I just haven't. I'm like, hey, this way's working. I'm going to keep doing it. Alrighty. I need to start marking these off now. Y'all are getting wild out here. Alright, next up, CTX. I believe we looked at this not too long ago. So, CTX. Looks like we almost hit that measured move, then we pulled back. Dang, CTX, just going through it. Just going through it. I'm going to say, we're still looking for that move. Still looking to hit $2.34. We are waiting patiently. Man, CTX traders are mean. They really like to sell at that level, don't they? 225 is the level. Damn. Nowhere close to being overbought. Nowhere close. Oh, longer term. Looking for that 375. Let's check out your 1 hour. Yeah, you're just consolidating. Frustrating, though. Came so close to that profit taking level. Anybody wondering where I got that profit taking level? It's from this right here. Profit taking levels at 235. From when it was requested, it was 35% upside. Almost got there twice. Just patiently waiting. Noted longer term time frame. You're looking for that golden retrace up here. You're looking for $3.75. Just when bids, brother. When bids. From where you're sitting right this moment, you could have 100% move to the upside. Whenever the bids come. Whenever they come. XCN. I wonder if XCN... Ew. Bad exchange. I wonder if XCN made the move. Oh, it's going down. Dang. I thought it was going to go up, honestly. I thought it was going up. You're still in that deep retrace, but no bullish divergence on the 1 hour. That probably means you're going to keep on falling. Checking out your 4 hour. 4 hour time frame, you're just making lower highs. Lower highs. You're getting pretty deep in this retracement, aren't you? After that spike to the outside. Ugh, you might be making an 886. 786 is sitting down here at 18,3258. Or you could even come a little bit lower than that. Let's just say you could see another 9.8% downside, getting to that 886. Yo, what's up, Stav? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Can I look at Trump again, Porky? Your short played out. Did it really? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, we'll check out Trump again. But yeah, so right now we could see another 9.88% downside move just to get to that 886. However, this could get way worse, way quicker than you expect because this is another lower high. And based off where you got to, so you would first have to break this uptrend, this recent uptrend here. First have to break through that, which is kind of frustrating. But you did happen to make a 618 retracement. You made the golden retrace, and a continuation to the downside would be rough. Could find yourself anywhere between this level down here, 36% downside, or even a full 100% retrace, 58% downside. Dang. That's tough. So XCN, we're kind of waiting, but noted, after this massive move straight up, you're expecting this thing to kind of trickle down. I was more surprised the other day when it looked like it was going to go up 39 to 57%. We're still waiting to see what happens. You have support sitting below you, down here at 13,985.2. You're just sitting in the middle of nowhere. Until you're sitting on top of support, I wouldn't even try trading this. Just kind of how I feel. Just how I feel, man. All right, moving on from this. You wanted me to look at Trump again, saying the short played out. You and I have different ideas of shorts playing out. You guys have way different ideas than I do. This thing's down 2%. It went nowhere. I was calling for 29% downside. Thing's done nothing. Nothing at all. All right. Moving on. Moving right along. We have Char. I have not been on this chart in a long time. Holy guacamole. I think I need to rechart this thing. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I haven't been here in a while. I'm going to re-familiarize myself with the chart real quick. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Got to get my levels. Got to get my stuff and my things. Got to put on my big girl panties. Just give me a second. Wow, you're holding support really well down here, aren't you? Aren't you? Oh my goodness. Nice touch. Nice little touch. Beautiful little range here. I like it. You are hitting the top of the range. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. Down here? I guess so. Oh, I guess so. You know what? That's all I'm going to focus in on right now. Now on the weekly, oh no. Nope, don't want that, want that. There we go. There we go. No bullish divergence. Just a bit closer to being oversold. Bit closer. Broke out of downtrend, bullish divergence achieved on the daily. Getting that higher low and moving on up. Sweet. Downtrend was broken. Even better. Even better. So, eventually, you're thinking you're going to get back up to this supply line. Eventually. You're in a great accumulation range to try and get this 157% upside. That's nice to see. You're still making lower... you're still making lower highs. That's unfortunate because now the argument is here for hidden bearish divergence based off of this. This right here. Get out of here. Okay. So based off that, you can see how strength going up, price going down. You don't like to see that. That's usually a continuation of the downside. On your daily, you do have bullish divergence, so you're hoping and praying you get a higher low. But as of right now, it's hoping and praying, and that's the problem. We don't like to trade off hopes and dreams. This isn't the original Fast and the Furious. What are they gonna race off of? Hopes and dreams? You don't have any Hondas with spoon engines, okay? So yeah, here's your current uptrend. I think you're gonna break it. Personally speaking, I think you're going to break it, but we're going to give you the bullish and bearish case. Bullish case, already did it, 157%. You're sitting at a level of resistance. You break this resistance, you're likely to go up to 1731. Very likely. You could argue this is a falling wedge pattern. The argument is there. You fell below it. You got a little poopy doopy down here. You got back above it. You got your act together. Got a new suit. You're now applying for jobs, hoping not to be homeless anymore. But with that being said, you're still downtrending. Maybe, just maybe, you're like, no, we broke out, man. We broke out. It's great, but we don't know. We do not know until you break that recent high. So here's your hopium, 57% upside. That is your hopium. Now we're going to bring a little reality into this. It's done. And it's done. What are you talking about? Done. But little downside possibility, which you're not going to like to hear, and I wouldn't even blame you because this sounds terrible, but you could find yourself going down anywhere between 45 and 63%. If you happen to lose this uptrend, it might take you a while to get down there, but this is why we don't make lower highs. This is why we don't do that. It's really bad. It's really bad. So CHR, I'm hoping the upside happens, but you could find yourself going down a bit more. Possibilities are there. I don't like hidden bearish divergence. It's very mean. It's not very user friendly. All right, moving on from there. Ski mask dog. Nice spike up. That big old spike and you couldn't clear this high? What are we doing, ski mask? What we doing? All right, let's check out your daily. Checking out the daily hidden bearish divergence. Okay. Luckily, you beat out this high, so that's good. That's good. You beat out that high, so we don't actually have to call this hidden bearish divergence. That's good. We have bullish divergence, so that's positive. And a higher low. That's really positive. All right. So we are still looking for longer term, getting that golden retrace. As of right now on a scalp trade, you're waiting for this thing to consolidate. Waiting for the consolidation. From where you're sitting right this very second, you could possibly see this rally over a long period of time, 375% to the upside. That is your golden retrace right now. But this is the uptrend that you are regarding as support. The closer you are to this uptrend, the better. For trying to go long anyways. Checking out our 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. We got overbought. We put in bearish divergence. For some reason, the buyers don't want to let this thing fall. It would be healthy. Just let it go. Just let it go. Go watch the movie Frozen. I don't know what you need to do. Just let it go. Anyways. On a bullish retrace, you could find yourself going exactly where you're at. Maybe it gets a little bit deeper, down to this 5669. We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. But your next leg up would be hitting resistance. Wherever this thing decides to start going up from, next leg up, going up for resistance. Let's just say you get a deep retrace by accident. That could be 177% upside. Why aren't I trading ski? That's insane. That's a lot of upside. Noted, if you stop right here, it's only 123. But still, that's 100% upside. It's a lot. Yeah. What in the world? Good dish. Do you feel like Ciphers is really a cheat? Of course it is. The Cipher, I was looking into it. It gives you your stochastic, gives you your RSI, gives you your MACD, gives you a buy-sell signal, tells you where the money flow is. It's a MACD, all of it put into one. And then it also tells you when your deep value buy areas are. It's the biggest cheat code out there. Like, are you kidding me? Pretty much looking at Cipher B. Let's just zoom in here. If you're in this range and you're day trading and you see a green dot past this line here, you probably want to go long. You probably want to go long. If you get above this dotted line and you hit a red dot, oh, you're probably going to want to go short. And you're going to enjoy it until you get down to this level down here. Now, you're just looking at Cipher B. I'm going to focus in on this red dot right here on the 1 hour. Let's see how it played out on the chart. So you had this red dot right here. So you had this wick high right here. If you would have taken profits there, you would have only missed this wick or this wick. Everything else was straight down. Straight down. And now you're getting buy signals. You just got a sell signal, but you're not really worried about that one because you got your buy signal down here. So you might see a little bit more downside, not too much, but no, this thing's the biggest cheat code ever. You have the paid version? No, this is the free version. I guess it's the same as the paid version is what I'm told, but this is the what is this? VMC Cipher B divergence. But yeah, no, this thing's the biggest cheat code ever. If you end up getting into these like up into these dotted areas, or you see these red dots overhead, that's where you're just basically like, oh, I should probably just take profits. Like, get out of there. But yeah, you can see what happened. It's like, oh, you got a wick, you got a wick, you got a wick. Either way, it's selling off this whole time. So now you're just waiting for this deep retrace down here where you're getting green dots, and it's telling you, oh, hey, it's probably time to start buying. Is it 100% accurate? Of course not. pretty decent though. What I'm noticing here is like if you get a green dot with positive money flow, just go long. So you ended up getting it right here. You would have had this entire move. All of that. You got one right here, would have had this move. And it's like, why is it so good? That's crazy. Match this with your Fibonacci's, it's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Wait, I have the Cipher B free, but was that again? What was that again? Do you have the VMC one? Because apparently this VMC one is the same as the Lux Algo. That's what I'm told. I don't play around with Lux Algo, so I wouldn't know. But all I know is like, oh, you had a red dot up here touching this dotted line. Oh, go figure. All you had was this crazy wick high before it sold off again. Sure, if you got into a trade, you would have gotten stopped out. However, you would be like, oh, that's poopy doopy. You wait for the next wick, and you're like, okay, I'll just jump in now. It's making lower highs. Until this thing flips over all the way down into this oversold area and gives you a green dot, you're probably just going to wait. Just hang out. Like, nah, it's not time to get in yet. Because last time you came close to this oversold area and you got a green dot, it was down here. You would have had that whole move. Who made it? I don't know. Golly. Now we're playing this game? Ugh. VMC Cipher B divert. This one. Vu Manchu. Vu Manchu. Yeah, thing's a cheat code. It's a cheat code. It takes zero effort to look at it. Like, Manchu Cipher B plus divergence by Manchu 20.2K. I don't use it, but tried it a long time ago. Free market Cipher B. Yeah, trade intuition. That's the one. This thing is ugh. It takes zero effort to look at this indicator, but the problem is, I like to backtest things. I like to make sure that it's actually going to work out. And man, this thing really is a cheat code. If I'm tired one day, I'll just look at this thing and I'll be like, what do we got? I'll go to the 15-minute and hope for the best. Be like, oh, we got bullish divergence right here. Great, let's buy in. And then all of a sudden, oh, we got a red dot in a downtrend. I guess I'll sell again. But yeah. Anyways, let's move on from ski. Track. Dang it. Track. No problem, Rich. No problem, Rich. I don't know. I'd definitely say utilize tools, but don't rely on them. Understand how you can use each one by itself, and then create a whole picture based off your own knowledge. I don't think it's good to rely on a single indicator. I mean, unless it's the RSI. I think the RSI is fantastic. I'll go to bat for the RSI. But all these other ciphers and things, nah, I'm not a big fan of that. Okay, it looked like we double bottomed, higher low. This looks fantastic. I love it. Love it. But of course, our cheater Cipher B is saying sell it. Anyways, we're not overbought yet. That's what really matters. Not overbought. But golden retrace, you're looking for that 124% upside. Great move so far. Still stuck in this downtrend. You could still see yourself go up 88% over time, but you still need to maintain these higher lows. Maintain the higher lows. Otherwise, you could argue hidden bearish divergence, which would be a shame. Be a gosh darn shame. Going into our 4-hour time frame. Your 4-hour looks like an absolute mess. Absolute mess. Low stochastic though, that's nice. Relative strength sitting in neutral territory. Your 1-hour time frame's resetting. Looking like it wants to do something by tomorrow. We'll see if it has the chutzpah. We'll see if it has it. I wonder where that word came from. Chutzpah. I remember I heard it the first time, I think, in Hey Arnold as a kid, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to use this word for the rest of my life. It sounds like a great word. Chutzpah. Wow. Next leg up could be a 46% move to the upside. It's wild. That is wild. So whenever the bids come in, you could find yourself going up 46%. The nice thing, you technically are sitting on an uptrend. Oh, no, you're not. You're close to it. The closer you get to this line, the more you can get a little feel good about the trade. And maybe, just maybe, it could go in your direction. Just maybe, if you're lucky. Alrighty. Next up, Render. I was trading Render. I got out of my Render trade. I forgot to tell the Discord because my son had a blowout, and man, the amount of just how amazing. Honestly, children are amazing. The amount that came out, amazing. Hey, good morning from Netherlands. Good morning, Jesse. Wow, Netherlands. Man, how's the weather out there? Is it like nice and warm? I don't know why. I just feel like the Netherlands has less pollution. You know? Seems nice out there. And I've never been. Anyways, right now what I'm looking for Render, I'm still looking for upside. It's just with the uncertainty of this little random pullback, I decided to get out of the trade. Noted I'm probably going to be kicking myself in the morning for it, but I can also get back in the trade in the morning. So it's fine. This is also I can get great night's sleep. But Render, bullishly consolidating right underneath resistance, sitting at $4.66. We break that, very likely to go up 24%, getting us up to $5.53. It's like 9 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is. Hold on. Google, help me. Help me, Google. to 48 degrees? That's so cold. Oh my gosh. It's almost freezing. 7 a.m. in the morning? Man, it's so cold over there. It's wild. How's it going? Can you check SKL and ACH? Fama? Sure. We can check those out. We can check those out. So yeah, if we do start coming down from this though, now I'm going to be looking at 50% retraces from low to high. And that could bring us all the way back down to $3.55. That wouldn't be very beneficial for my long. So right now I'm sitting on my hands waiting to see what Render does. If we can break above 466 and actually hold support, great. I can get back into a long. If not, I'm looking for a pretty deep retrace because I believe on your 4 hour you already have bearish divergence. Yeah, you already have bearish div starting from all the way back at this peak. That's a lot of bearish divergence. It's not great. What's your name, Porky? Audric. Exactly. I want to live in a warm land. Warm land. 48 is a breezy spring day. Rich, stop it. Just stop it. You're not going to convince anyone where you live is warm. You're just not. Today was a really crappy cold day where I live. 60 degrees and sprinkling. 60 and sprinkling. Yes. Horrible day. I'm in a sweatshirt. I'd rather be cold than hot. Terrible. Terrible. Alright, so on a bearish case scenario for Render, we could see this thing come down 18%. 18% would be horrible, but also it would give you a great entry for the possible $6.19. So, yeah. Popcat and Caspa. Moving. Nice. Did I skip Caspa? No. Well, now I feel terrible. It's 36 in Wisconsin. 48 sounds great. No! 36? That's terrible. 73 degrees in Georgia. Trade intuition. How's the humidity right now? You know, that's the problem. Anywhere, I usually figure out what the weather's like, and that'll dictate if I want to visit. I've been to Georgia. Oh my goodness. Georgia, first off, the humidity. Secondly, the bugs. They're so big. They're so big. Oh man. It's wild. Absolutely wild. Alright, Caspa here. Ooh, did fall below. But, so, here's the thing. You hit your 1272, great. You put in that bearish dip, no big deal. You're just looking for a 50% retrace. You're almost there. You're almost there. Maybe you get a little deeper. Get down to this 88.48. No big deal. Because your next leg up is what you're really focused on. That next leg up, you're looking anywhere between 13 cents and 14 cents. This actually is not a bad move. That bearish divergence, no, it's not even bearish divergence. You're just retracing. It's fine. Perfectly fine. Retrace is very likely at any level of resistance. You have a nice uptrend. The closer you get to this uptrend, the easier it is to jump into trades. I don't know why you'd be mad about that. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty darn good. I would appreciate if Caspa would come down here, because then I could look at 46 to possibly 62% upside. That would just bring me joy. I'd be able to buy Lunchables. That'd be great. I'm in California. Trust me. Lunchables are expensive. Yeah, I moved big time. I'm happy. That's good. That's good. You do have a level of support right down here that was acting as resistance, sitting at 82854. So that could act as support now that you've broken above it. That would be an extremely deep retrace, but also you'd still be looking at another leg up. You would probably just bring your fib level down to the lows, and lo and behold, that's a 50% retrace. Yikes. But it lines up absolutely perfectly with that 14-cent level. So let's just say this could be happening. So wait for it to reset, wait for it to chill out, wait for that first higher low. Once you get that first higher low, 77% could be coming to a chart near you. If you get the 50% retrace. You could stop at the 619, or 618, sorry. Could stop at the 618, get a 64% move. Caspa looks pretty strong, honestly. Looks pretty strong. You cleared out a bunch of these previous highs. Now you're starting the beginnings of what could possibly be an uptrend. I like what Caspa's doing. It brings joy. Popcat next. Popcat. Did we look at ETH? Yeah, it looks fine. Alright, Popcat. Finding some resistance. Pull it on back. Bearish divergence achieved on the 4-hour. Major bearish. What the heck? Triple bearish divergence on the 4-hour. Ugh. Okay, cool. Looks like this move is about to retrace a little bit. Beautiful. Time to short. I would short this thing. It looks ripe and ready for that short. Just damn. Be looking for a 22% drop? Jeez. Maybe it gets down there. Good evening. Peanuts, please. Alright, Decloser. We'll check out some peanut. We'll check out some peanut. I got you covered, brother. Yeah, the bearish div. Very apparent on the 4-hour. You can see it right here. You're getting lower highs, and then you fall off a cliff. And you got these higher highs to enjoy. Rule of 3 and a level of resistance. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. You do have this uptrend, though. That uptrend could actually play a really big role in you finding support. Maybe you don't get the 22%. Maybe you just get 12 to like 16%. I timed this nicely. I sold your Popcat yesterday looking for a re-entry. Sweet. Sweet. Alright, moving on to Popcat. SPX 6900. Apparently it's on Blowfin. Alright. Alright. We didn't even look at it here. There we go. AIXI. Alrighty, so we were looking for this thing to move up 21%. It told me to kick rocks. We're now looking for support at 52.60, which also means this is not lined up properly, which is unfortunate. So that means we got to come all the way down to the bottom here. And now, yep, 50% retrace, bullish backtest 52.60. Great. So we can look at it just like so. A possible 54, maybe 74% upside. Not too shabby. I like this. I like this a lot. Let's see if we have any overboughtness. Nope, your daily looks perfectly fine. Wow. Wow. That is amazing. Noted, we're still waiting for this to play out. Okay, so it's already prophesized that we are going to more than likely see 91.73. You were supposed to get in on the higher low down here with your stop loss just below it. So you would have been in the green already. Sweet. Awesome. Love it. Love it. All right, AIXBT, I got nothing for you, brother. I mean, you could argue bullish divergence. You can argue a low and a higher low with more strength. You could also say, hey, maybe we have hidden bearish divergence. There's a lack of knowledge here because there's a lack of data. There's a big lack of data. We go out to our weekly to try and get some levels. It's going to look like a joke. See what I mean? So it's tough. So we're going to do our best. We're most likely going to be wrong. But this is for entertainment purposes only. So enjoy the entertainment. Anyways, here are a couple levels because your inception price was not able to hold support ever. You fell through it the first time. You fell all the way through it. Then you bearishly backtested the second time. Dang. Now, let's go ahead and check out what happened. We came down. We're like, yeah, we're buying up. No, the heck we're not. Sold off in the same week. Jeez. Then we had a bearish engulfing candle that was a statement. 1 week, 51% downside. You kissed someone's sister with that much sell pressure. My goodness. All right. We found a low. Great. We're trying to get some bids. Awesome. Love to see it. Let's see if we're above another level of support/resistance. We are. We are. Let's go. With the hopium is there. The hopium is there. Let's go into our daily now. Daily time frame. We had a downtrend that, of course, we broke out of because that was the sharpest downtrend ever. This thing is more sharp than the Mavericks Waves. Did anybody see that movie? Great movie. Highly recommend it. Mavericks, good movie. Anyways, we ended up making a low. We were like, hey, you know what? We're bottoming here. We're making a stand. They put in a higher low. The sellers were like, okay, I guess we can give this one to you. They're like, yeah, they're partying. They're excited. We got overbought. So now that we're overbought, you have the option of a 50% retrace. So it is above a level of support. Excuse me, not even hitting support. So now we got to actually focus in on this weird level of resistance and support on the daily. Unbelievable. So you could be coming down to 1185. If you hold 1185, you're likely to go up to 2285. I hope you guys were entertained with that bit of TA, because I'll tell you that this is a stretch. It's a stretch. More than the 7th inning stretch in a baseball game. Triple bearish divergence, looking for those pullbacks and a reset. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, let's just say you hold support here. You could rally. Nice strong rally. 96% upside. That's all I got for you for AIXBT. I tried my best. All right, if that doesn't deserve a like, I don't know what does. Smash up the likes, everybody. Smash up the likes. All righty, moving on. OGN. Origin Protocol. I like how you're trying to hold some form of support. I also like how the bearish side that I was thinking of before never even came close to playing out. It's even better. The upside did play out eventually, but man, it just blew right through it. Let's go into our daily. You canceled out your bullish divergence. Really? Irritating. I think that's why I was so bearish on it, because you canceled out your bullish divergence. God, so frustrating. No problem, Charles. Thanks for the like. I appreciate you. Oh, that's what I was looking at. So we had this downtrend back here. We broke out of it. We got a back test, but that wasn't good enough for the traders. We had to go down and smash into it and make sure it was actually a support level. We actually had to go find out. Like, is it really support? You sure? We even back tested this downtrend as support. Dang. These sellers were relentless. Oh man. So now you're looking for a golden retrace. Anywhere between 11 cents and 12 cents could be the target. Man. Here's your brand new uptrend that you're hoping you hold. That wick high cleared out this high, so you are expecting this to be an uptrend. There is an expectation of performance. No participation trophies out here. 4-hour time frame. Yeah, you're just consolidating, trying to reset. I would think that you're about to get another leg up. I would really think that. However, I'm pessimistic. So let's just say you're getting the 50% you got the deep retrace. Wow. Wowzers. This is lining up nicely for some upside movement. You could find yourself going up 52%. I made many arguments of why this couldn't go up, and you know what? The chart told me otherwise. So I think you're going to be going up. And you just might be able to hold this level as support. Maybe. If the stars align. Just might happen. Looks good. Especially because this was acting as resistance, then it acted as support, then a higher low. Third higher low would just say, it would be icing on the cake. Would be nice. Alright, SKL coming in next. What's your yellow circle on market Cipher B mean? These yellow circles are major buying opportunities. Normally, you wouldn't even want to pay attention to it unless it's on the daily. So, it popped up right here. You saw a little bounce. You held. You started to go. You put in a higher high. And then the market killed you. So, it's just like, ugh, gross. You also put in one over here. So, the 4 hours not that great for it. But if we look at the daily, that entire time, you never got one. So, if you find one of those orange circles on the daily, you know a really good buying opportunity is coming. Like a really good one. Well, this looks pretty decent. Did you break out? Oh my goodness. This is quite the downtrend you're stuck in. Oh no. This is an obnoxious downtrend. So you're not even expecting this thing to get crazy bullish until October. Hey, great time to accumulate though. Accumulate this bad boy. Because when you break out in October, going into the end of the year, you're going to be looking at something like this. Going up to possibly 899. This is your accumulation zone. 269, possibly 348% upside. That's what I would be doing if I really wanted this thing. It would be accumulate until October. But in the meantime, you have this other downtrend, which is not fantastic. No problem, Charles. Man, this downtrend got nasty, didn't it? Sheesh. So you broke out of that downtrend. So right now you're focused on this? How mean is this chart? Oh man. This chart's evil. 47% upside is what you're looking for. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. You're likely to hit it pretty soon though. You're very likely to, probably by next week. Like you're probably gonna hit it. But I mean, this is for May 6th. Yeah, next week, week after, no big deal. Oh no. It's not good when you break a trend line. It's really not good. Dang, market's really pulling back. I'm glad I'm not in any trades right now. Except for gas. Is Asia using Neo for something? Huh. Big time pullbacks happening. Big time pullbacks. Alright. Anyways, that's what I see out of SKL. I mean, wait for the market to stop selling off before trying to get into a long. Just give it time. You're going to get these 50% retraces, and then you're going to be like, oh, we're back to being bullish. Let's go! But, you know. Alright, ACH. ACH. Yeah, apparently I just need to look for shorts right now. Just need to look for some shorts. Because ACH, I mean, instantly the first thought that pops in my head, just right as soon as I get here. Ugh. Goodness gracious. Rising wedge pattern. Nasty. Nasty. Bearish divergence with a rising wedge pattern. Triple bearish divergence with a rising wedge pattern. I don't trade patterns too often anymore, but this one seems pretty easy. 22% downside. Let's see how that lines up with a 50% retrace. Nope, it would be a deep retrace. Hold the phone. Is that a golden retrace? Whoa, whoa, whoa. A little deeper than the golden retrace. Would you look at that? Look at that. The math plays out again. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not bullish on ACH at all right now. I'm actually really bearish on it. I haven't been this bearish on a token in a while. That's impressive. Oh. So you just want to reset your daily, no big deal. Don't even have bullish divergence. Dang. Well, that's your bearish case scenario. Coming back down to 22.27. Bearish case. Bullish case, however, if this thing decides to squeeze its way to the upside, you could find yourself right at resistance at 0.3862. So we are going to give you both your bullish and bearish case. Bullish case, 37% upside. Let's check out your 1 hour and let's see what it wants to do tonight. Your 1 hour is kind of indecisive. You're still in the bullish control zone. It would be better if you were in the bearish control zone, fully resetting, but this thing still could fall. Your Cipher B is telling you there's bearish divergence. That's unfortunate because your relative strength's not saying a word. Let's check out your 15-minute. 15 minutes trying to reset. It's trying to do the right and proper thing. You did have bearish divergence. Now going for the reset's a good, really good thing. If you can get a higher low here, you can look for a scalp trade. And hopefully it pans out. But you would have to break this downtrend first. Got to break that downtrend in order for the trade to work out. Currently, I would be looking for a 618, 786 area. So you're already hitting the 618. You're looking for that 786 to 886 area. And that might be a good opportunity to jump in. But very risky time to jump into a long. Very risky. But 2751 or even 2712 might be good opportunities. Wait for the breakout. Wait for the higher low. Don't get in early. Don't try and front run the longs right now. as the market was very hot this week. Could be retrace time. Could be. Alrighty, peanut, last one. Then I can eat some dinner, play some video games. Be nice. Be nice. Peanut, no! We broke to the upside. Now we fell. Dang it. We were hoping for the best. Still technically a rising wedge pattern. No, it wasn't. This thing was a bull flag? Dang. It was a gross bull flag, but it was a bull flag. Nastiest looking bull flag I've seen in my life. Oh boy. But peanut succumbing to Bitcoin and its withdrawal. I mean, we're not going to talk about the triple bearish divergence on the 1 hour. That's irrelevant, all right? We would never call for this thing to pull back. Never. Because it's peanut and it's great. You could come down anywhere between 1633 or even touching support again at 1519. Right now, I would be looking for something like this to this. Maybe 11% downside. Maybe 13. Something like that would make all the sense in the world. But then your next leg up is to go up and touch 23.95. You can hold support. That's how I'd be looking at peanut right now. Kind of waiting and seeing what it does. Chili's down 5%. Oh no. Oh no. Let's go into our daily real quick. Let's see if we have some extra resistance to worry about. We do. Oh, you can just come in for a bullish back test. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, there's no way. You could literally come down 23% and still be bullish, putting in higher lows. Oh, these meme coins, they'll get you. They'll get. Oh, it lines up perfectly. No. Oh man, lines up perfectly for a 23% retrace, getting a bullish back test and maintaining your uptrend. Let's go peanut. Let's see what it does. All right, guys, I do appreciate each and every one of you for coming out to the stream. We were live for an hour and 57 minutes. Wow, long time. All right, I'm going to eat some dinner. I'm going to play some games. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe to the channel. We have a free Discord. You can join the Discord. Great place to be. Other than that, we are affiliated with Buy DeFi and Weeks. You can jump in there for some great new trading bonuses and things like that. But other than that, I will catch you in the next one, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm getting out of here while I can. Deuces, everybody. Keep those stop losses tight. Good luck out there. And let's look forward to the end of the week. Take it easy. I'm out. Thank you, Stav. I appreciate you.